said he was qualified, so he whipped his ass, while he was in there. Now, the other stuff that happened, it went down the way it did, man.
I would like to wish you all the Brits to go fuck yourself.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Great Talks Wrestling. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. I haven't done one of these in a very long time, but you gotta say, I felt the glow. Did you feel the glow? We all felt the glow. We all knew who had arrived in Impact Wrestling. If the Knockouts division wasn't one of the best women's divisions around already, it's been taken to another level now, hasn't it? With the arrival of Trinity, without doubt a very talented individual. And a loss for so many companies. Baffling that no one wanted to pick her up and use her. Baffling she was let go in the first place. But their loss is Impact's gain. Trinity has arrived, man, and she's going to do bits in this company without doubt. The dream matches you can already think of against Jordan Grace, Deonna Purrazzo, just to name a couple. Masa Slamovich, Killer Kelly. The roster's stacked as it is, man, and you just throw her in there as well. It's just getting better and better. Impact Wrestling are making some noise. Along with the likes of Nick Aldis, someone who looks and walks and talks like a world champion who arrived only a couple of weeks ago. This company are doing things to make themselves known and get noticed. Yeah, Nick Aldis wasn't on the show, but he had a little bit of a segment there where he's having an interview with Jimmy Jacobs and Kenny King interrupts. And you can just see it in him. He looks like a world champ. He talks like a world champ. He wrestles like a world champ. It's a big get, and baffling again. I know other company wanted him. Maybe he didn't want to go anywhere else but Impact Wrestling. Because their roster's looking stacked. It's looking talented. They've got some great entertainers, some great professional wrestlers. The women's division's stacked. The tag team division is one of the best as well. No doubt people are still talking about Impact again and telling us not to sleep on it. Have been for a while, I'll admit that. But after watching this week's show, I'm awake. I have been awoken to the fact that Impact Wrestling, in ring, arguably just as good as any other company. You can put them up there and they will stand that test without a doubt. This show proved that. Decent opening match, tag team match. Moose and Brian Myers, two veterans of the ring, you got to say now. Yui Uemura and Gujar, not too familiar with either of them, but very talented. Decent match. Unlucky because Moose got the win for his team. Good spear. I loved everything that Dirty Dango, that's Fandango if you don't know who that is. Dirty Dango, Joe Hendry, and who attacked Santino. The whole story they told throughout the show was fantastic. Very entertaining, these guys. Without doubt, we've already known Fandango can do this sort of stuff. And Joe Hendry, like unhidden talent basically, man. He has done so well on the indies, in Scottish wrestling, been phenomenal. Good to see him in a place like this now, in the US, plying his trade and proving to everyone that he is very, very talented and can go places. Another guy that looks, talks, walks like a professional wrestler and is very entertaining on top of that. Legitimate wrestler. Sami Callihan, the design, that was pretty good. I'm always a fan of Sami Callihan and everything he's done in professional wrestling, always enjoyed it. Cody Deaner, doing bits now. His character's evolved, hasn't it, over the years. Very interesting now with the design. The geezer that was in the Ascension and Alan Angels, Very interesting. Not sure what was going on at the end there with all the guys in the yellow hoodies just jumping and beating the crap out of Sami Callihan. But I want to know more. Very interesting, you got to say. Jodie Threat and Alicia Edwards, like I'm saying, like these two are very talented. This was a decent women's match, very good. Like, it's arguably, you can argue that Impact Wrestling had the best women's division. It was always the case back in the day. It's not a shoot. It's not pretend what they say that they started this women's revolution. They started like putting women's wrestling on the map again. It happened way before the WWE even thought about women's wrestling being an actual thing, legitimate, rather than doing bikini contests and mud wrestling. TNA, Impact Wrestling, whatever we're calling it, we're doing women's wrestling right, the right way. And they're still one of the best. And this match again, like, was really good. Jodie Threat defeated Alicia Edwards in a very good match. Steve Macklin's the world champ. Don't know a lot about him, but what I've seen of him is very decent. Very good in the ring. Can talk on the mic, looks decent enough, so I'm game to see where he goes with the title and what they do with it. He's going up against PCO. I doubt they're going to put the title on him at Under Siege, but it was a 6-man tag today. Macklin's teaming up with 2 Indian geezers. What are their names? Champagne Singh and Sarah. Rhino and Heath Slater. A tag team once again. Got to feed those kids, I suppose. Yeah, they're on the side of PCO. This was okay, entertaining match. PCO gets the win. Of course, he needs to build up some believability that he could win the title, but I can't see them doing that, taking it off Macklin so soon after he's won it. I guess it makes sense that the match they're going to have takes place in Canada, so that's probably why PCO is challenging. He's a legend in that country, so he's going to get a great reception. Probably the best match of the show was Jonathan Gresham and Speedball Mike Bailey. Fantastic. Just great professional wrestling. All you need to have is that sort of match on a show, and you know, yeah, this is worth watching. Great professional wrestling. I've got to say, Jonathan Gresham looks a bit thicker than he's usually did. I don't know if it's muscle or whatever, but he's looking a bit thicker than usual. But still, absolutely phenomenal wrestler. Mike Bailey, again, just impresses me all the time. Very, very good. This was a great match to add to the collection they've already had. Mike Bailey, unfortunately, had to tap out to the octopus stretch from Jonathan Gresham. And then they end the show with Trinity coming out. Great reception. Says a bit about being in Impact Wrestling, why she's there, and because of the knockout division, and who can blame her? It is one of the best women's divisions around. Don't talk to me about AEW. WWE have got a few talents there, here and there, rest riding coattails, but the knockouts division, when you look at it, is stacked. Some very talented women in that division. And I can't blame her for choosing them. Looking forward to seeing what they do with her and where it goes. Deonna Purrazzo comes out to the ring, as does Jordan Grace. And those two are having a title match very, very soon, so that's probably why those two were involved. Get themselves some notoriety and feel the glow, get the glow, steal the glow from Trinity. We'll see where this goes. Should be very interesting. A good bit of business there for Impact Wrestling, got to say. They've been trending, so always helps, doesn't it? Gets more eyeballs on the product, then hey, It's awesome, isn't it? It's all what we're all about, is watching professional wrestling and see how this goes. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.